A lot of people are angry. A lot of people are deeply, deeply suspicious about what happened today. And they should be. I would be a lot more convinced that it was just a simple accident if it weren't for the fact that something like 12 Catholic churches have been attacked with arson or desecrated in some other way in the recent past in France. I would also be more confident that it was just a tragic accident if it weren't for the fact that Fox News was trying to shut people up when they started talking about the fact that Catholic churches have been burned and have been desecrated and attacked. So, M. Anthony Dunn says latest from France is that it was 2 fires, in which case one would tend to expect that it was arson. And there's no way that we can believe anything that the media says. I've told you many, many times that whatever happens, whatever the truth is, it is not what the media tells you. Hannah is right. It was Shepard Smith that was trying to steer the subject away from the fact that churches are being attacked in France and have been being attacked in France for some time before this. Alicia Shepard says, this is nothing less than a declaration of war against Christianity. It very, very likely is. I would assume that it is. And so, this is, if this does prove to be arson, this is likely going to be seen by historians as a nexus, as an important historical nexus. If you look at what has been happening, if you look at this clash of civilizations that has been predicted for decades. Sam Huntington died years ago, and he wrote about this. Priest of the Princes says the Muslims are trying to rewrite history by destroying it. That's not true. It's people like Ben Shapiro who are trying to rewrite history. I mean, if you were not utterly disgusted and repulsed by Ben Shapiro before, the fact that he first tried to make a joke about it at President Trump's expense, and then turned around and tried to claim that he tried to use it to sell his book and tried to claim Notre Dame as part of the Judeo-Christian heritage of the West. I mean, it was kind of funny because even the Jews were coming down harshly on him. All kinds of people. I mean, there were obviously a number of Christians who were pointing this out too. And so, but the thing is that you need to stop apologizing for your beliefs. You need to stop apologizing and living in fear, because that's what they need. That's what they want. Jeff the Dude wants to know what it was that Ben said. Let me read this to you. I actually have it on my blog if you want to see the actual tweets. But first, he said he deleted my tweet joking about Trump and Notre Dame football. Wrong time, obviously. Apologies all. And then somebody said something about the burning of Notre Dame Cathedral being a tragedy. And Ben Shapiro says, "It is. And that is why it is a central monument to Western civilization, which was built on the Judeo-Christian heritage. This is a lie. This is an absolute lie. There's no such thing as a Judeo-Christian heritage. That's like saying the Satano-Christian heritage. Christianity and Judaism are diametrically opposed. Diametrically opposed. You can ask any rabbi. They will tell you that their religion has more in common with Islam. They will tell you that they are permitted to enter mosques, but not churches. And so, the fact that all three Abrahamic faiths revere the Old Testament does not make them the same thing. And so what we need to do is what that rugby player did. Australia's best rugby player it was just kicked off the national team because he quoted the Bible and talked about sinners. He quoted the Bible and talked about how idolaters and adulterers and homosexuals and I think 4 or 5 other types of sinners who, unrepentant, will burn in hell. That is straightforward Orthodox Christianity. And because he said that, Australia kicked him off their national team. Keep in mind that this is the equivalent of Tom Brady getting kicked out of the NFL. This is an analogy, but this is the equivalent of one of the best players in the league getting kicked out of the NFL because he dared to express his faith, that he dared to express one of the well-known tenets of his religion. And so Horatius 763 said, "Wonder if Protestants are celebrating today. I'm a Protestant, and no, we're not. We celebrate the good, the beautiful, and the true. Notre Dame Cathedral, if nothing else, was beautiful. But it was also something that was a symbol, an important symbol of Christendom. I understand that there are Protestants who have issues with the Roman Catholic Church. I am absolutely not a fan of any kind of fake Pope Francis. But I do have tremendous respect for the institution of the Catholic Church, and to the extent that I feel that it has deviated from proper Orthodox Christianity, that grieves me. I do not celebrate it. And so, the fact that, that's one of the reasons why I call myself a non-denominational Christian. Because as far as I'm concerned, all that matters is that someone worships Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. They may disagree with me on infant baptism or premillennialism or postmillennialism or any number of things. But if their faith is genuine, then they are a Christian brother or sister. Maybe they get things wrong, Maybe I get things wrong. We all see through a glass darkly, but we are all on the same team. We all worship the same God. And even the atheists see this as a tragedy. The atheists who see this as a tragedy are those who are still capable of responding to the good, the beautiful, or the true. We're all on a path. We're all at different places along the path. And so, what I hope you will do is connect this to what we is, okay, yeah, you're banned. Excuse me. What we can do is connect this to what I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday, I was talking about how the NPCs will never stop coming at you. That's because they're evil. Evil will never stop coming at you, not in a fallen world. And so, we should not be thrown into despair over these things, even as we grieve the loss. What we do is we say, we'll build it again, more beautiful than before.